All right. Live broadcast of the open house. Live broadcast. And I'm going to switch the camera around and hopefully the connection will stay good the whole time. Oh, and by the way, I probably won't be able to answer many questions on the chat because I'm doing the open house. But anyway, I'm going to go and turn it around, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. So on the upper track, we are running the chassis, the M1. There it is. And then on the lower level, on the middle track, the second train is the brand new Southern Pacific A6 Atlantic. There it is. And it's just running a work train. Right now, at least. And then on the main track, we've got the big diesel contest. We've got the Lionel Spirit of the Union Pacific SD70. There's the Rio Grande SD40 T2, Santa Fe AC 6000, that's always a fan favorite, and UP21. And then this year I'm running a high cube boxcar and flat car train. I actually look back in the history on the videos on the open houses that I've had in the past so that I can run a different train each year. So last year it was a coal train. The year before that, I believe it was covered hoppers. The year before that, it was tank cars, I believe. And so I'm doing high cube box cars and flat cars. So there's the coveted MTH flat cars with the Abrams tanks. Was it Abrams?
I think so. Or Bradley.
Bradley, something like that. I'm sure I'm going to get it. And then there's the MTH flat cars with the pipes. Almost all the rolling stock on the train is MTH, except for this tank car that has sounds. That's why it's in there, because it has sounds. And then the rest is MTH high cube cars and flat cars. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm running my mouth and I don't even know if anybody can hear what I'm saying. And then on the back we've got the MTH ETD. There it is. There we go. Okay, they can hear me. Good. And we got some fans here. A lot of repeat visitors. And I'm breaking my own rule by running the Southern Pacific A6. It's brand new, and I said I wouldn't run anything brand new at the open house, but it just happened to be on the layout at the last minute, and I figured I'd run it on a small loop in the main room and with a small train. If anything happened, it wouldn't be a big deal. But so far, it's running really smoothly. I haven't had any problems with it. It's been running for about an hour now, and smooth as silk. I was telling someone a little while ago that the A6 here, the Lionel A6 here, this one's made in Korea, and most of Lionel's steam engines are made in China, like the rest of their stuff. But a few of their steam engines are made in Korea, and I don't know what the difference is. I intend to ask. I'm going to ask Dave Olson at Lionel next week what the difference is. I have a hunch. My guess is that the ones that are made in Korea are probably old K-line tooling, and they're just made from a different factory in Korea. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. And I'll talk about it in another video. And then the other difference between them is that the Korean-made steam engines are like MTH engines, where you can't push them when they're powered off. You can't push them and turn the wheels. You know, with most Lionel engines, if you push them with the power off, the wheels will turn. But with MTH, that doesn't work. And with the Lionel steam engines that are made in Korea, that doesn't work. The wheels are locked. So who knows? Maybe they're made at the same factory as MTH stuff. Who knows? Yeah, South Korea. When I say Korea, I mean South Korea. That would be North Korean O-gauge trains. That would be interesting.
Import export.
Maybe what's his face can get some trains exported from North Korea. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'll have to email him and have him get on that. Maybe Kim Jong-il or whatever his name is a railroad fan. Here comes the M1 again. I don't know when I'm moving. I don't know if it's going to happen. Nothing's written in stone yet, so I have no answer for that. Another tidbit is that I'm actually going to be reviewing an HO train soon. Atlas is sending me an HO set that they want me to review, and it should be pretty neat. I've never reviewed an HO train before, so Atlas has actually sent me a handful of HO trains, and I'm going to start reviewing them. And of course, when I do, I'm going to be torn to pieces by the HO community, because I am not an HO expert, and so I'm sure they're going to tear me a new one as soon as I touch HO. So I've thought about maybe just doing it from a just purposely pissing him off.
Wear an anonymous mask.
I'll be like, as you can see, the HO runs on 2 rails, and I don't know why they have 2 rails when it should have 3. The flat cars with the tanks came out of the yard, so there's an empty track in the yard right now. So anyway, we'll go around this way. Hallway room. Here's another fan. He's a regular. Here's the bridge. Here's that new case that I just installed a few days ago. Brand new, plexiglass, brand new. Just in time for the open house. Colorado room. My layout is 400 square feet. The layout itself is about 400 square feet. The basement's about 900 square feet. I'm not running the ON30 train yet. I probably will at some point. Here I am back there. Now we'll go into the hallway room and into the Carolina room. Officially 5.
5.
I'll probably stay up until 6 for the locals. So 6.
Okay.
Here's my uncle. He's helping out upstairs. And this is the Carolina room again. Doing a little live stream for the people who can't make it. By the way, the reason I usually build these cases right before the open house is because I need somewhere to put the engines besides on the layout. And so it becomes urgent right before the open house. So that's why they always get... And there's the new Menards dog food factory. And you'll notice that I added a bunch of dogs around the factory. I had some dog figurines. There's one pissing on a fire hydrant. And there's one up on the roof with the worker. And I will probably switch out the trains a little bit at some point. Switch out the engines at least. Getting pretty crowded over here. Go down here.
I like the AC. And so you could,
Say hey. Doing a little live stream.
You got to stop the train right here, Eric.
Uh-oh. We got to stop train. Well, we'll have to figure that out in a minute. There's the Menards Power Factory, National Light and Power. That's brand new, and I just installed the building last night. In fact, it's not complete. There's no parking lot, or there's not even a rail line going to the building yet. I tore out part of the mountain and put up this retaining wall last night and put down some basic ground cover, and it doesn't even have power yet. I mean, it's brand new on the layout, brand new. So, see if we can find out what's wrong with this.
It powered back up, but it just stopped.
Okay. The only thing I don't like about this A6 is that the pickup rollers are really close together. On the engine, there's 2 pickup rollers, and they're about 2 inches apart. So that lends itself to a little bit of connectivity issues. There's 2 rollers on the tender. So what I'll do to fix it out, and I've done this before on other engines, is I'll run a tether between the engine and the tender to connect the rollers, and that way the engine will effectively have 1, 2, 3, 4 rollers, as will a tender, and that'll fix the problem. So, and this happens sometimes. It's not really a Lionel thing. Happens with MTH too. It's usually not the only time it's a problem is if it's going through a switch the wrong way. It might, because the rollers are too close together, you might get a loss of connectivity. And what probably happened here is that it was going through the tunnel and probably got a little dirty track on it and lost connectivity for the engine. So that's why I'll do that tether fix. And I thought about doing a video about the tether fix, but I haven't done it because I don't want to. It involves opening up the engine and modifying the wiring, and I don't know if I want to accept responsibility for that. Next thing you know, Lionel's pissed off at me because they're going. People keep on opening up their engines and rewiring them and breaking them.
What have you done?
Yeah, because it's dangerous work, because if you cross a wire and you short something, you will fry your board. And I know that from experience because I have fried a board on my Vision Line Challenger. I fried the soundboard doing that very thing, doing the tether. And I think it was the Challenger, one of those. And I messed up, and the wires got crossed and shorted, and it fried the soundboard. And then I had to sheepishly call Lionel and order and pay for a new soundboard. I wasn't going to sit there and pretend it was their fault. You got to be a man about those things. But I had to call them and told them I fried the soundboard and had to spend a couple $100 on a new soundboard. So the moral of the story is, the lesson there is that that's why I haven't done a video on that, because I don't want to really be seen as sanctioning disassembling engines and modifying the wiring. But just so you know, that's what I do on some of my engines that have these issues, is you just run a tether between them with a wire tether, a detachable wire. It's a detachable wire tether. It's called a micro, it's like a mini 2-prong connector, and you can disconnect them if you need to. And that's how you fix that. So we'll see if we can start up the A6 again and get it running. He's wearing an Eric's Train shirt. Anybody who comes in wearing an Eric's Train shirt gets $500 cash, by the way. That's Monopoly money cash. I'm just kidding, folks. I should probably clean the track. I probably should run my track cleaning car, because the track's probably a little dirty and I didn't have time to run it before the open house, so there it is. There it is. All right, so I'm going to end this first live broadcast. I'll do another one in a little while, but this is on my phone and I got to charge it again. And plus I need to talk to people and not be ignoring people. So I'm going to end this first broadcast, and then I'll pick up with a second one probably, in an hour or so. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn on the live webcams. You won't hear me talking or moving around, but if you want to check out the live webcams, those are at www.ericstrains.com/webcam. And there are 4 webcams. There's 2 in the main room, 1 in the Carolina room, and 1 in the Colorado room. So check those out, and then I'll be back in a little while with another broadcast. Take it easy.